Hey guys, it's your girl Sheenique B here, and I'm back with another video. Okay. So this is story time. We're doing a story time today. Which is, oh my god, just finished working out. I'm a bit tired. Some coffee. I got a printer. I'm actually very happy about that. I just need to buy the ink, which I will on next week Monday. But yeah, this girl gave it to me for free on Facebook Marketplace. I really be getting everything from there. Honestly, my next is to get an espresso coffee machine. And I'll probably give this one away, but an espresso coffee machine, because I've heard their coffee is really good. And I see like Starbucks has some like really good coffee pods with them. So like I'm actually interested in having an espresso machine. So I wish they had one in pink. That would have been amazing. And it's weird because I'm kind of in the like era of like having all black things, but then also having pink because I love pink. So like I don't know, I think I want to do, I'm trying to push this, I think I want to do a black one, because yeah, oh my god, when you're trying to find like aesthetic, it's like hard because there's so much cute little pink things that are like happening right now. But yeah, so this story time, oh, and I've been losing weight. I'm so happy. My tummy's going down. I'm so happy. Like, you guys don't understand. I'm gonna do a video like after maybe, I'm gonna give myself 2 more weeks, and then I'm gonna do a video of like my progress of like before and after. I wish I had like a picture of like how big I was after I had Jelani, because then that would be good. But I have a video that I made and some pictures, so I will be showing the progress of how I lost weight just by doing our home workouts, like, and drinking like weight loss tea, because those things have been amazing for me, actually, like very amazing. So yeah, so here's a story time. So this is also a warning of like, you know, watch your friends, because sometimes friends are not the best. Watch your friends. Doesn't matter how long you knew them for. Like, everybody changes, and sometimes your friends may switch up and it be a totally different person. But so this is a story time how I got left in the club drunk. Like, I was drunk out of my mind. So I'll start from the beginning where I met this girl. Like, we were friends for a few years, but we haven't really been like clutchy close. But we have been good friends, like okay friends, like we'll share here and there, whatever. So I met her on BBM. As you know, BBM back in days was popping. So I met her on BBM. I'm not gonna say her name, but I met her on BBM, and we've hit it off. We met each other. I think I went with her to go get a piercing done, and that's how we met. And so, you know, I was like 18, I think 18, yeah. And so we were talking, or 17, and we were talking, chilling, whatever. We go out sometimes. I think when I reached 20, no, was it 20? No, I was still 18. I was in college. And I think I didn't go to college, or I was in college. I was going to my first club. Never been to a club. Been to jams when I was younger, but this is like my first club. And, you know, my parents were already off about it, of course, because I was a sheltered ass kid, and, you know, they didn't want me to see what's out there, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up going. It was called Lexi's nightclub. If you're in Toronto, you guys know that club. It's in Vaughan. So we got dressed. I did not really know how to dress in a club, so I just had like a little short pencil skirt with like a very black see-through top and heels that were killing me. I was very skinny back then. Just broke up with a boyfriend, which is my child's father, my first son. We were dating very young, and then we broke up, went down a big long ass break. So this happened. We went to Lexi nightclub. He actually happened to be at the nightclub. It was for his friend's birthday. So he happened to be at the nightclub, did not know he was going to be there. But yeah, we ended up being there. He ended up being there. So we were going around the club, getting drinks. A guy, we danced with a couple of guys, and they gave us, he gave us some drinks from his booth. Obviously, we seen he was pouring drinks. Obviously, girls were salty because he brought more girls into the booth. Like, okay, nobody's trying to take your man, so relax. So, basically, yeah. We got drunk. We're dancing around. We ended up going into my ex's booth, my child's father's booth. And we sat there, we chilled. He had champagne. I got really drunk. I was drinking. Just having fun. Like, it was my first club moment. Like, you know, I was trying to, like, be lit and have fun dancing. I loved to dance back then. And she kind of was filming me drunk. Like, I was on the chair, like the booth chair, like it wasn't even funny, but I have to look back and laugh. Like, I was on that chair, drunk out of my mind. Like, my eyes were rolling back. I could not move. Like, I was out of my mind. Plus the alcohol I was drinking, I was mixing alcohol. And at the time, it was my first time. I didn't even know that mixing alcohols was gonna make me have an upset stomach. So yeah, like, it was just fucking wild. Like, I was like sheltered kid syndrome, whatever, and got so drunk. And she left. She went, I don't know where she went, but her brother was supposed to pick us both up, and she went. And that was originally the plan that my family knew. Like, my mom knew that her uncle was, or her stepdad was gonna come get us. But because she left, my baby father took me home. We went to a hotel, and I fell asleep. We went to the hotel, fell asleep. I went home the next morning. But I was so drunk out of my mind. She left. She was dancing with guys, and I told her I was leaving. And she said she got home safe. Because obviously, I'm going to message her to make sure she got home safe. But, like, he had to take me home. Because I was living on the couch like this. Like, I was gone. Like, if he wasn't there, I would have been gone right now. But, yeah. Went home, and my mom was so cheesed. She was pissed off, very pissed off. And they had all these, like, stupid things to say, like, oh my god, you're wilding out, oh my god, you're rebelling, you should beat her ass, blah 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 blah. But when you guys are going out and clubbing, no one's giving a fuck because you're a boy. Anyways, and the fact that they would, just how conniving my family is the fact that you would get cheesed or something like that, knowing that you kept me sheltered. And if I had known this better, if I was very street smart at the time, maybe I would have never ended up in that situation. But because you guys want to be weird, fucking weird, and have me sheltered, that is the reason why I was ended up being not as smart in that situation, because you guys did not open me up to certain things that needed to be done, especially as a female growing up in the hood, growing up in Toronto. These are the things that a girl should know, which I recommend any parents out there. Do not shelter your daughter. Do not shelter your son. Be open with them, because this world, if you're not open, if you don't let your kids know, they're going to exploit them by themselves. And that's how a lot of times these kids end up in very bad situations right now. And right now in Toronto, there's some human trafficking going on that's raising high rates right now. And I think people need to start taking that seriously, because that was one thing that I was not fucking with. Like, human trafficking is not it. And I've been in situations where people have tried to get me into that. And because I was old enough now and I was smart and I'm a kid, my mind was open, I was able to recognize those signs of making sure I wasn't getting back into that situation. So I'm just letting y'all know, like, be open with your kids and people, because you never know who their friends are, because your kids are not always going to tell you everything, but you want them to tell you most things, because when they don't tell you anything at all, you're going to be good. RIP, rest in peace. I hope your child is safe, because if they don't tell you everything, you're not going to know what the fuck is going on with them. So I know I always hear, like, people wanting to, like, raise their child, and obviously I'm not with the whole religion thing, but I understand people who want to make sure their kid is good in, like, you know, religious schools or whatever the hell, or, you know, all girls schools or all boys schools. But just make sure you're open with your kid. Do all of that, but make sure you're open with them. Because as they get older, it doesn't matter. What school, especially religious schools, they're always going to break out. No matter what. As soon as they reach 11, 12, 13, 14, they're going to break out. Because they're going to see, oh, there's other worlds out there. As much as a parent, as you want to be at home and keep your child this certain way. And they may act a certain way at home. But at school, they have people around them that they're going to be learning shit from. That you can't control, that's out of your hands. So honestly, the biggest thing is to be open with your kids and your daughters especially, because you don't want to end up almost in the who knows what would have happened to me that day. Who knows? Because my friend left me for a nigga, to go find guys or dance around with guys or whatever. And at the time, like, you know, she was very out there. Like, she was very out there with guys and all that. So that's her character. Probably not now, but around that time, yes, she was around a lot. And so, you just gotta be careful who you surround yourself with sometimes, because you just never know. And, you know, being in that situation, I learned a lot. And honestly, you just kind of, you have to have those friends that are kind of like not so outgoing, because when you're have a balance of being outgoing and you're in, it's good because you know your limits and you know your friends' limits. But when you have a friend that's too out there and like you're not about that partying life, it can get really bad. So I just honestly just make sure you guys are good with friendships and relationships, because honestly, there's some friends out here, especially now, friends be snaking each other, doing the most shadiest shit. So just make sure that y'all know there's friends out here who be playing both sides and you won't even fucking know until it's too late. So you gotta make sure that you know you know your values in friendships, and you set your boundaries, and you know exactly who to be friends with and who to not be friends with. And if you feel like somebody's moving fucking weird with you and they try to tell you that it's not the case, nah, listen to yourself. If you're seeing visible signs of it, listen to yourself. And if someone is too afraid to cut you off, you remove yourself from the equation like that. Don't wait on nobody to do it. If you're already sensing shit, you move yourself like that. Because there's no reason for you to be sitting there and stressing over nonsense. So you just gotta, you know, when someone's showing you they don't want to really be around you no more, you cut yourself out of that. You ain't got shit to lose. You're making space for new people in your life. And that's the key for things. When you see bad friends like I just experienced in that club, you cut them off. I cut her off, like, I think it was a year after that or 2 years after that, I cut her off because I was like, yo, I can't deal with that no more. I can't. And there was another thing that she did too that was very, like, I fell for it, but like I understood the assignment after the fact that it happened, and like it was pretty crazy how she just wanted to bring girls for her friends that were niggas to sleep around with. And it's like, you know, you gotta just be mindful of like who you just be friends with, because these people be crazy, these girls be crazy out here. No judgment to her, I think she's a cool person, but we just couldn't be friends anymore. Like I had to tell her straight, like, you're not for me. It's too much, and I wish you all the best. I hope you take care, because obviously, like, I don't mean no harm. Like, I can end friendships on a very good note, and if it needs to be ended on a bad note, it will end on a bad note. But most of the time, I'm pretty peaceful with my shit. It's only up to you. So I honestly just want you guys to be very careful out there, because that is a crazy ass story. And I learned to not, like, I learned because of that situation, and also being in other situations, seeing how friends are, I learned to, when you're going to parties, yeah, you have your drink, you have your cup, take a sip, drink some water. Take a sip, drink some water. Because there's going to be guys at that party who are going to keep pouring alcohol for you. Oh, you want some more? You want some more? And one friend, actually, she was an older person. She pointed that out to me. She said, when you go to parties, you pay attention to how the guys move, because they're always going to pour you more drink, even though you're like, yeah, I don't want it. They're going to pour you, you want some more, you want some more. And I went to a party, and I seen a guy try to do that to me, and I just kept drinking water. I just kept drinking water. Because why? They want to get you so drunk that they can get in. And you got to be careful. You got to make sure that if you go to the bathroom, and if you leave your cup outside, you don't bring your cup to the bathroom with you, As soon as you come out that bathroom, you pour that cup in the sink or put it in the garbage, and then you get a new one. Because anybody who could be shy, it doesn't matter if you're a friend, if you're going with a friend and you're not sure about her, she could have put something in your drink. Next thing you know, you're blackout. You wake up in somebody else's bed. So be smart about how you move at house parties, how you move at parties, clubs, anywhere you go with friends. Make sure you know your friend and you're smarter and you're ahead of the game before they are, especially if you have a friend who you don't, like, you're on edge with, because you just never know. So just make sure that you guys are smart about it. And the biggest thing I could tell you guys, just make sure you guys are open-minded and very street smart, because I was very good in the intellectual department, but street smart, growing up in the hood, was not, because my family just wanted to make sure that I was not in the mix, knowing that they were also in the mix. So I have family members that are doing some certain things that they probably, I don't know, maybe shouldn't be doing, but you know, they're not in no dangerous shit, but they're just hood people in a way. They're good in their hood at the same time, which I always have that hood side to me, of course, because I grew up in a hood. So if I need to bring out my hood side, I will, but most of the time I don't need to, because for what? But yeah, just make sure you're street smart. That's the biggest thing. Don't shelter your fucking kids, because I'm telling you, that shit never works. And you don't want them working out with the wrong people. You want them to be open to you and come to you about certain things, because at the end of the day, you can't stop your kid from doing certain things, because they're gonna find a way to do it anyways. So you're just gonna be smart and be open. And trust me, if you're more open with your kids as they get older, they're gonna trust you more and listen to you more than you just being, oh my god, you can't do this, oh my god, you can't do that, oh my god, da, 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 because they're gonna look at you like, oh, but my friend's doing it, so I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna do it, and you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know. So that's my biggest thing. And that's one thing that was very hard for me with raising Javion, because I almost led into that shelter part with protecting him so much. I did not want nothing to happen to him, like nothing. And it's still there, because sometimes, oh sorry, got into that notification. Sometimes like he could do the lightest thing and I'll snap, because I'm like, oh my god, you could have hurt yourself, oh my god, why did you do that, oh my god, because I'm like so like on it, because I'm just like, oh my god, like I don't want nothing to happen to you. But at the same time, he's a kid, he's gonna learn, he's gonna fall, he's gonna do things. So he's a boy, and raising boys are very different than raising girls. So like biggest thing too is like, listen to the boy moms, because most of the time they really know what's going on. And at the time when Jamon's at the age of 6, where he's open-minded to, he's very smart. Like the other day he read a book to me, and I was like, huh? Like, how are you reading right now? Like, I knew you could spell, you could write your name, but like, you're reading to me. Like, you're reading full-on word sentences. I was like, what is going on here? But yeah, boys are different. They're very wild. They're very explorative with bodies and shit. And, you know, you got to be open with them. You got to show them what's what, not to do things, not to do this. And don't let nobody judge you on that, because who are they? But yeah, so just make sure that you guys are good, because honestly, you don't want to end up like me. That could have been a crime scene investigation. But I was so drunk, out of my fucking mind. I had Smirnoff Ice, and I don't remember what else I had, but I had some strong ass alcohol, and that knocked me the fuck out, and I was gone. So, you know, I don't like his guts right now, but you know, God put him there for a reason. The universe put him there in that club for a reason. I made forward to make sure that I was good, because they knew that that was gonna happen. And sometimes I just wasn't sure if I should go, but you know, after a while, you kind of just want to have fun. You want to experience. Like, you don't want to ever go through life not experiencing certain shit, because you'll regret it. Life is all about experiencing stuff and going through things and learning about things, people, things, yourself. Doesn't matter. But you have to go out there and you have to experience stuff, because you just don't know. You really just don't know. So, yeah. That's my biggest thing. That is my story time. I will see you guys later. Have a good day. I'll see you guys in the next video though.